Hi, I'm Mark. I'm a hypnotherapist, got years of experience, and I'm creating these videos about dark psychology because a lot of people are afraid of hypnosis. They think it's mind control. And as I've said in previous videos in this series, if you check the playlist Dark Psychology, you'll see I've created a lot of videos on this topic, and I will be creating a lot more because people have this negative view of hypnotherapy as mind control. And in fact, there's lots of ways that you are being constantly manipulated every day without even realizing it. So in this video, we're going to talk about hypnosis in everyday communication. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, check the description for my free depression and anxiety workbook. So my intention with these videos isn't about teaching you how to manipulate others. It's about allowing you to recognize these patterns when they are being used on you and allowing you to communicate more effectively. And the first technique you may spot in everyday communication is embedded commands. Embedded commands are suggestions that are embedded covert. Examples of embedded commands could be, I wonder if you'll notice yourself feeling more relaxed. I wonder if you'll notice yourself relaxing more as you're breathing in or breathing out. As you think about making that decision, as you think about how our product will improve your life, people can find themselves wanting to relax and go deeper as they listen to the sound of my voice. So these are very covert ways to get people to start picturing themselves doing what you want them to do. An embedded command could also involve emphasizing the part of the sentence that you want the person to do. So as you listen to the sound of my voice, you're going to relax and go deeper. You're going to enjoy this video so much you will hit the like button. So to spot embedded commands, you need to watch for subtle tone changes, slight pauses, and strategic word placement. People could also use embedded commands by pointing, like saying, when you meet an amazing hypnotherapist, pointing at myself, giving the embedded command that I am an amazing hypnotherapist. And then we come to presuppositions. A presupposition assumes you are going to make the decision that the person is trying to get you to make. So a presupposition could be, would you like to start on this tomorrow morning, or would tomorrow evening be a better time for you? Would you like our windows in white or the brown wood effect colour? So they are presupposing that you are going to make the decision that they want you to make. There can only be one outcome. You either have the white windows or the wood effect windows. Either way, you're still buying their windows. Would you like to go into trance whilst sitting or lying down? You're still going to be going into trance. You'll realize how much better your life is when you drive our new car. Again, presupposing that you're going to be driving their car. So patterns to look for if you want to spot someone using presuppositions in their speech. Words to look out for are before, after, while. Before you buy this product, after you've brought this product while you enjoy using this product. And then there's the awareness. Realize, understand, know. What will you realize when you realize yourself feeling calmer, more relaxed? What will you understand when you understand how much better you're feeling? What will you know when you know that you've overcome this issue? Double binds, I kind of spoke about double binds a little bit when I spoke about presuppositions, how with a presupposition you're presuming the person is going to make the choice and you're giving them the double bind option. Would you like to do this now or after you've brought the product? Presupposing they've brought the product. Other examples of double binds that you will find very common when people are trying to sell to you. Would you like to pay by cash or card? These days probably more likely to be card or credit. Would you like to take delivery this Tuesday or Wednesday? So with a double bind, you don't want to give the person more than two options. You're going to pay this way or that way. If you give them too many options, their brain's going to become overloaded. And you often see this on websites as well. It's a well-known fact that if you give a person more than three options, they'll become overwhelmed and choose not to make any purchase. With a double bind, both of the options are leading to the outcome that you want to get. It's creating that illusion of choice because the person is thinking, oh, I can pay this way or I can pay that way. The option to say no isn't available to them. You can get people to agree with you, to buy in to what you're saying by pointing out obvious truths. You can hear my voice. You can breathe deeply. You might be wondering how much this product costs. You're watching this right now and that means you have an interest in this topic. And because you have an interest in this topic, you can subscribe to my channel. So when you're using obvious truths, you're starting with an obvious truth, something that someone would say yes to. You're building momentum in what you're saying, and then you're going to insert your suggestion, which is subscribe to my channel, and then you continue with truths. Once you subscribe to my channel, you'll get lots more interesting content like this. You can get someone to start being compliant with you by asking questions that prompt action, such as, could you close the door? Can you pass the salt? Do you know what time it is? So someone who wants to be manipulative will use something like this. Derren Brown, the famous hypnotist, he had a few videos on YouTube where he would walk up to random people in the street, ask them a number of questions such as, can you hold my water? Do you know what time it is? Do you know where the bus station is? And they'd answer all his questions. They'd be compliant with what he was saying. And then he'd say, can you give me your wallet? And they'd give him their wallet and he'd walk off. So this is how it can be used to be very deceptive and to get people to do things they wouldn't normally do. So these are indirect commands. They work on social conditioning, and the more you can get someone to obey these things, to do something for you, the easier it becomes to get them to do something for you. Next up is mirroring and matching. I spoke about this in a previous video, went quite in depth into it. You can find that there, but mirroring and matching is basically mirroring what the other person's doing. So if the other person scratches their head, you don't right away scratch your head because they'll think something's up here. Are you taking the mickey out of me? You maybe wait a few seconds and then rub the top of your head. So you're mirroring what they're doing, but not precisely. And as I said, you can find a full video on that up here. So these techniques can be used in various environments, ethically and responsibly. They can be used in customer service, in sales. The most ethical place to use them, I think, is in therapy, because you're using them to help the person achieve what they want to achieve. And they can also be used in leadership. They can be used less ethically by con men, dodgy pickup artists, and people that may want something from you without giving anything back. So always bear in mind when you're talking to people what it is that they're trying to do, where it could be that they're trying to lead the conversation. But if you're going to use these patterns, do it responsibly. Maintain transparency. Always do it with the other person's benefit in mind. Don't manipulate people for your own benefit. If you're going to use them ethically and responsibly, do it so that the person you're using them on is going to gain more from that interaction than you are. Consider the impact of what you're doing when you're using these techniques. To recognize these questions, look for embedded commands, look for people supposing what the outcome will be, people using presuppositions, question false choices. So someone's saying, would you like to pay this way or that way? There's another option, and that's not to pay at all. Always bear that in mind. Maintain awareness and take time to make your decisions. Never buy right away. When people come to me for therapy, I offer a free call, speak to them about what they're looking to get from therapy, and then I email them a link so that they can pay. I don't expect them to pay right away. I give them time to think about it. I think that that is an ethical way to behave. And when I work with people, I want them to be committed. I want them to be getting what they're looking to get from therapy. I don't want to manipulate anyone into being my client. So I always give people the opportunity to think about being my client before making payment. If you like this video, found it useful, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Check the description below for the free depression and anxiety workbook.